Morning or good afternoon if you're joining us from the East Coast. I want to take a moment to thank you once again for taking the time to join us today for yet another one of these series of webinars that we love to host for you. Today's webinar, we're going to be talking about something that is near and dear to every dispensary or delivery service out there. Stop letting money slip away. Fight cart abandonment with win-back campaigns and use these tactics to get customers back shopping with you. In our agenda for today, we're going to be covering why dispensary shopping cart abandonment is so detrimental to your business, the reasons your potential customers are jumping ship at checkout, how to get started with win-back campaigns that will let you recapture that lost revenue. Quick introduction on myself, your host for today. My name is Eduardo Silva. I have 18 years of sales and marketing experience, have been part of the cannabis industry for the last 5 years, and I'm super excited for the opportunity to share everything that I have learned with my peers in this industry. Foot Traffic is a digital advertising agency with over 5 years experience, laser focused in cannabis. We do not work outside of the cannabis space. This is our bread and butter. Super excited to be partnering so many clients out there to help them succeed in reaching those clients of theirs. Let's take a quick moment to just prepare ourselves for today's webinar. We love mobile phones. It is, in many ways, the way we live and die by in digital advertising. However, for the duration of this webinar, which is only an additional 28 minutes or so, I ask you to put those cell phones facing down on your desk as we're going to be covering quite a lot of content. Take a moment to familiarize yourself with the Zoom interface. If you are not familiar with the Zoom interface for webinars, there is a Q&A button at the bottom of the screen. We do have panelists live here that can address any questions you have immediately. We will have a Q&A function as well at the end of the webinar. However, if something pops into your mind during the webinar, we ask you to go ahead and engage with us via the Q&A function. And then finally, do make sure to stick around. We do have a special offer for those who are attending the webinar today, and we're going to be sharing those with you at the end of the webinar, and it's going to make a lot more sense after you hear this content. So let's dive on in. E-commerce is a huge part of dispensary retail operations. If it wasn't clear how important having a user-friendly online menu is pre-COVID, the pandemic has definitely driven home the value of e-commerce operations for dispensaries and delivery services. Unlike in-store shopping, though, e-commerce is plagued with abandoned carts. We're all guilty of it. It's like window shopping, but online, right? You start adding some new threads to your online cart, and then at some point, you just close out your browser window. Maybe you change your mind, or maybe you got distracted by something else. Whatever the case may be, it's extremely widespread and it affects traditional retailers and dispensary alike. Ultimately, for dispensaries, most in-store shoppers are going to buy something, but not all online shoppers will convert. Across all retail, it's estimated that 70% of online carts are abandoned. I actually wanted to ask for the audience to try to guess how much money is left on the table because of those abandoned carts, but honestly, the figure is so high, I'm just going to share it with you. It's $18 billion every year. Now, that's across all online retail and not just cannabis industry. But imagine how much more revenue you could be generating if you could just reduce your abandoned cart rate. Here's the thing. Those people that are abandoning their carts, they already know about you. They know what you sell, and they're obviously interested. So what's stopping them from getting across the finish line? We know they want what you have. We just need to get them to complete the checkout process. So let's talk about why people jump ship, and then we'll cover what you can do to reduce the bounce rate. Now, there are some things you don't have any control over. So I want to get those out of the way right up front. First up, quantity limits. One reason that people abandon their carts is because they're trying to purchase more than what is legally allowed and they get frustrated. Of course, you can't control purchase limits. That's up to the regulatory agency. However, you can make it clear on your menu or website what the purchase limits are to help curb some of that frustration. Provide that info in an easy to understand way, and you will help people understand that you're just following the rules and trying to help them. The second thing you can't control is our need to comparison shop. The internet has made this so much easier. There's no driving around to see who has the best price on carts or buds. A few clicks and you check dispensary menus for all of the nearby shops to see what's on sale and where you can get it for the best deal. Again, this is something that we all do. And it's in most cases, there's not much you can do about this behavior. It's kind of the nature of the internet beast. But while you can't stop people from comparison shopping, you can make it more likely that people will choose you. For starters, you can offer deals based on your customers' purchasing data. When you have deals they want, you're going to end up the winner in the comparison shopping war. You can also entice people to shop with you through your loyalty program. People love getting rewards. If you maximize your loyalty program by offering them the deals and rewards that keep them coming back, then they're going to ignore the competition. You can also strive to create the best shopping experience both in store and online. If people feel that they prefer to shop your store because of how they are treated or because of the points they earn, they may be willing to forego the comparison shopping or even pay a little more for that great experience. I know we don't like thinking about things that we can't control, but guess what? While we can't control some of these behaviors, we can strive to limit them. Let's talk about the things you can control. Okay, so let's say you're adding things to your cart. You have a blueberry vape, some wax, and some blue dream. You go to your cart to check out, and you're prompted with a login or create an account. You're on your cell, and you don't want to deal with it. So that's it. You jump ship. Seems silly, but plenty of people will abandon a cart because they don't want to create a login. Now, sometimes this is required by your menu provider. If you want to make it easier, you can allow people to use their Google or Facebook logins to create an account. If you're able to, you can also let people check out as a guest. Again, this all depends on your e-commerce provider, so check in with them to learn more about your options. In addition to creating a login, sometimes the checkout process is just too long or confusing. Like it or not, attention spans are short. When there are too many roadblocks to a successful checkout, many shoppers simply give up and turn their attention elsewhere. If you're able, you need to streamline your checkout process to create as few roadblocks as possible. Are you requiring that people send in a copy of their medical card or ID and then wait for confirmation? Are you requiring them to enter in a ton of information that makes your job easier, but it is a hassle for them? Take a look at your checkout process and think of yourself as a first-time customer. What stands out? Is anything confusing? Are there too many steps? Where can you streamline that process or provide additional assistance so that the checkout process itself doesn't create a scare for people? Okay, you've made it through the checkout process. You're at the final screen, and bam, here comes the taxes. If you aren't including taxes throughout the shopping experience or bundling them with your product price, then you're going to have people ditching their cart because of sticker shock. Tax rates vary depending on where you are, so this may not be a big deal or a concern in some areas. But if your taxes are very high, you need to make those costs clear for the beginning so people don't abandon you at the end of the process. It's as easy as saying we always include taxes in our prices so there are no surprises during checkout. Trust me, your customers will appreciate the message. Have you gotten really excited about an item online, put it in your cart, and then abandon your cart because the checkout looked weird or took way too long to load? E-commerce is supposed to be fast and easy. If your site doesn't look good on mobile, if it loads slowly, or if it's just a plain and simple, hard to navigate, people are going to bounce. They have other options. Why should they shop with you if you aren't making it easy for them? And here's the kicker. If you're suffering from cart abandonment because of these issues, they're very simple fixes. There's no reason that lack of user friendliness should cost you your sales. If it is, you need to deal with that immediately once you leave this webinar. We can certainly help you with that as well. We have built countless websites for clients and gotten them connected with quality menus that's easy to use. Plus, both of them will look great on mobile, which is, as we both know, very crucial for many online sales. In addition to being mobile responsive, your website should have clear navigation and compelling call to action so that visitors know how to shop with you. You should be making it easy for yourself as well as the client and answering some questions as you take a look at your checkout process or website. Is it easy to use? Is it easy to understand? If the answer is not very concise yes, then you need to jump into the problem-solving mode and determine how you can make it more user-friendly for your customers. Providing a better website experience can reduce cart abandonment, increase conversion, and potentially provide you an SEO boost when done correctly. That last one will help you get even more customers, which is additional incentive in and of itself. So let's say you tackle those challenges, but you're still dealing with some cart abandonment. Again, you can't control everything, but you can take steps to win back some of those potential customers. That's what a win back campaign is all about. Basically, you want to reach back out to people who have abandoned a cart and get them to convert into a sale. These type of campaigns generally have a higher spend efficiency than campaigns targeting new customers because you're already actively marketing to people who have shown an interest in your dispensary. You don't need to convince them that they should check you out. You already done that. You just have to woo them to make it past the finish line and get started buying from you. Sometimes these types of campaigns use a special deal to get people to complete the checkout process, like 10% off everything in your cart if they purchase within a certain time period. Or they may be fear-based and tell you that things are going to sell out, so they need to complete the purchase fast. Other times, they just serve as a reminder for what they're missing out on. And let's be honest, because of FOMO, sometimes that's the strongest incentive for making that purchase. One simple way to create a win-back campaign to fight back against shopping cart abandonment is with retargeting. So let's talk about that. You've probably heard of the term retargeting before, and there's no doubt that you yourself have been part of a retargeting campaign. You know when you are shopping with someone, perhaps you're shopping for some Nike, and then you decide not to buy those shoes, and a day or two later, you're checking Facebook, and surprise, there's an ad for Nike. They've retargeted you. They put a pixel or a cookie on your device so that they can serve you ads based on what you did on their website. It's one of the most effective tools you can use to reach customers who are on the brink of abandonment with their shopping cart. Simply put, retargeting refers to the practice of reaching out to consumers who have interacted with your brand before. It involves the use of a simple JavaScript code called cookie or a pixel to track the customers after they leave your website. That pixel is an online code that tracks the websites a user visits and their behavior to determine interests, as well as other demographic and psychographic variables. Depending on the type of campaign you want to run, this is the data that will be used to determine who will see your ads. So basically, you can retarget the individuals who got to a certain point in the checkout process, but who didn't complete the process altogether. Your ads will serve as a simple reminder that they left something behind and that they should check it out. It's not overbearing or annoying. It's just a simple nudge to get them back to your website. You can even use retargeting to interact with customers who've only browsed your menu and never made it into the checkout process. Because they're already familiar with your products, the chances of closing a sale greatly increase compared with consumers who have never interacted with your brand before. Having these ads pop up provides multiple points of contact that have the bonus effect of strengthening your brand awareness in addition to reducing cart abandonment. But how do you know these ads are actually working? It's not okay to just run a campaign and hope that you get more sales from it. If you want to have the most effective campaign possible, then you need to measure what's happening. If you measure it, you can manage it. We offer real-time reporting on all of our display ads, so you always know how well your campaigns are performing. After all, it's your investment. Ultimately, we want to help you make the most of your investment. So we pay attention to the following metrics. We track impressions, so we can see how many times people have seen your ads. We track clicks to determine whether the call to action is enticing and whether the graphics are getting people's attention. By dividing your clicks by your impressions and then multiplying that number by 100, you get your click-through rate, which is the percentage of ads that are getting clicked on. With Google Analytics, we can see how long people then spend on your website, where they go, and whether they finish their purchase. We track how many orders your display ads generate and the revenue from these orders. By dividing your revenue by the amount you invested in display ads, you get your return on ad spend. This is a big one because we want to be sure that you're getting the highest possible return on your investment. These metrics help you paint a picture of how well your campaigns are performing, and they help highlight opportunities. By consistently tracking these metrics, you can determine the effectiveness of your campaign and pinpoint areas of improvement. If you want to optimize your campaigns, you want to try different strategies and test which works best for your goals, which in this case is completed purchases. With your metrics in hand, you can spot opportunities. For example, maybe you have a low click-through rate. You can use A/B testing to create a run alternative campaigns featuring different graphics and different call to actions. You can test discount sensitivity for specific audience groups like age and gender. By isolating just one factor to change, you can measure its impact and continue to make adjustments to improve your overall results. Unfortunately, not every dispensary has the marketing budget or team to do this. But thankfully, when you work with foot traffic, you get the benefit of our experience. Because we have run thousands of campaigns across all of North America, we're able to optimize ads for our clients and get them larger market share much, much faster. And the best part is that you get the reporting. No empty promises here. You will receive real-time reporting that shows how effective your campaigns are. If we spy opportunities, we'll let you know. If we identify problems, we'll troubleshoot them and keep you in the loop. Our goal is to maximize your marketing budget so that you see the greatest return. Win-back campaigns via display ads are just one way to retarget abandonment carts. If you have the right tech stack and have everything set up, then you can also target individuals via email or text. In order to do this, though, you need to already have this information. That means they need to be in your CRM or your loyalty program, and to avoid huge fines, they also need to be opted into marketing. Otherwise, they can sue you. If you have a lot of first-time customers with abandoned carts, chances are they won't be opted in to your marketing. So you likely won't be able to email or SMS win-back campaigns to get them to complete their purchases. In addition, I'm sure plenty of you have noticed that cell phone companies are cracking down more on texts sent by cannabis companies now than ever. If you want to avoid these risks and stay compliant, cannabis-friendly display ads within our network is the way to go. Display ads have a lot going for them. And just to mention one of the big pain points that works in your favor, they are compliant. Compliance is crucial for protecting your business. And in more places, these type of ads meet all regulatory requirements. There is a state or two that restricts mobile ads, but most allow them as long as you follow particular rules, like sharing your license number or only advertising to an of-age audience. You don't have to worry about the red tape because we do all of the heavy lifting for you. We know that compliance is crucial for protecting your dispensary, and we strive to support our clients by ensuring that everything we do for them abides by the highest standards as well as the standards of the regulating agencies. When you work with foot traffic, you can take advantage of our programmatic advertising network of cannabis-friendly websites and apps. We know that the audience for these sites and apps are 21 and up, which again ties back to compliance. But there are also sites that your audience loves, which is important for reaching the right people. We will create the graphics for you and ad copy. No need to hire a graphics designer or copywriter. We do it all in-house for you. And basically, we're an extension of your marketing team. Plus, we always send you a draft so you can make sure that everything we do abides by your brand's guidelines. Win-back campaigns can be used beyond cart abandonment. For example, you can target individuals who never even made it to your menu, but who spent a lot of time on your website. Or you can retarget individuals who haven't been to your site in a while. Maybe they used to shop with you regularly, but they haven't placed an order in a few weeks. By targeting lapsed customers with ads, you can stay top of mind so that when they are ready to buy again, they will turn to you and not your competitor. You can use display ads for more than just win-back campaigns, though. They're excellent for building brand awareness and for getting new customers. The ability to target based on location, demographics, and behaviors make them ideal for targeting competitors, getting people who are nearby to stop into your store, and serving ads to your delivery zone. Because display ads can be geo-targeted, they are super effective in sharing your message with the right people at the right time. This is crucial for securing a high conversion rate and seeing the impact on your revenue. When you use targeting properly, your ads can be up to 5 times more effective than non-targeted ads. Targeting really helps you get the perfect messaging in front of the people who are ready to shop with you. They're already primed to buy cannabis. And by having your ad show up right at that moment, they're more likely to shop with you than the competition. So whether you want to focus on abandonment carts or more general campaigns, display ads can help you maximize your digital marketing budget and connect you with the customers that matter the most. I'm so happy you decided to join us today, and to make this time worth your while, we're running a special deal starting today And just for the attendees of this webinar, from now until May 6th, we are offering 50% off your first month of display ad campaigns when you sign up for a 3-month pilot. I'm excited for you to actually try these because the results of the campaigns are undeniable. So schedule a call with me at foottraffic.me/call to take advantage of this deal. And we'll put that in the chat window here for you. And let me tell you a little bit more about what you can expect when you partner with us to run your display ads. We'll create your ads for you and send them to you for review. Then it will be showtime. We'll have them running to your customers' favorite websites and apps. Plus, we'll provide easy to read live reporting so you can monitor your campaign's progress in real time. At the same time, because we want to deliver great results, we will also be monitoring the progress to make changes as necessary so we can get you the maximum bang for your buck. We've run thousands of campaigns and we use the knowledge we've gained from those to better optimize each and every campaign that we run. I really want to get you set up with these ads because I have so many potential use cases that I can share with you. You don't just have to use them for win-back campaigns. You can target your delivery zones. You can target specific neighborhoods. You can even target new customers or the competitor shoppers. Let's get a call scheduled so we can launch these for you very fast and you can start seeing the increase in revenue right away. This deal, once again, is only good until May 6th. So go to foottraffic.me/call to schedule a call with me. Let's go ahead and turn over for questions from our audience. I want to thank you once again for taking the time to attend the webinar. And once again, we do have a Q&A function here, so ask away. Simple question, but very important one. Thank you so much for this one. So how long does it take to get one of these campaigns running? So we can launch an ad campaign within 2 weeks. That includes getting the graphics together, as long as you have access to things like copy of your logo, and you can also provide us feedback on the content creative to make sure that it does fall within your brand guidelines that you can provide us. We can make that process even faster. Normally, the process can be a little slower if we don't have access to all of the content that we need, including active response to some of the areas that we need your feedback on. Because after all, we don't want to run any campaigns without you giving us the green light first. Another great question here. How long does it take to start seeing results from these ads? Great question. In most instances, display ads is as early as the first 30 days. I mean, you're going to start seeing results right away, right? However, the optimum results is going to be within 30 to 90 days, right? So the more you're running these ads, the more impressions, the more times you show up for your clients, the more likely they are to actually remember you and click on that call to action, right? So the goal here is to drive as much face time with those clients as possible. The more face time you do, the better the chances are. And therefore, that window of time usually is between that 30 to 90 day window. I would say plan for a 90-day campaign and you're not going to be disappointed. Great questions. Once again, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join us. And I really look forward to talking to you very soon. Once again, just please schedule a call with me. Let's get you set up and take advantage of this offer. Have a wonderful rest of